Okay, well, I'm here at this 1820s cabin, and I've hunted here several times. I've hunted here with my dad and my friend Frank. We've all had good luck here. I found some War of 1812 stuff here, and some Civil War stuff, and some Spanish-American War stuff here. So there's been a good variety of things come out of here, but I've always hunted here with the Nautilus. So today I'm going to try out the T2. There's a lot of trash in this site, so I'm hoping I can pick out a few new targets today. We'll see. It's a beautiful day. I'm out from the snowstorm, so if nothing else, it's a great day and a beautiful location. Like I said, this home was built in the 1820s. I've actually been lucky enough to go inside. It's a pretty amazing place. It has wooden door latches inside, and just a neat place. Anyway, we're going to get at it and see if anything comes out of the ground. We'll see. I want you to take a quick look at this water collection system. You can see the old hand-hewn logs in here. And then you see this pipe that comes down off the gutter, down into this larger tin here. I guess that came from other gutters as well. And then it spit off into this water container here, off of that thing, and then another pipe went off over into this spring box here. So it's kind of interesting, and I imagine it's still collecting water, this spring box here, and the pipe's still coming in. I want you guys to see down under this house as well. We'll go around and look in the front after a little while, but there's a million mason jars down in there, and this house is just so neat. It was originally just a one-room cabin here, and of course it's got the wooden clapboards over the sides now, but here you can still see the exposed kind of hand-hewn log. Pretty neat cabin. Anyway, we're going to get back at hunting here. Cows, till the cows come home. Well, here's the first item coming out of the ground today. It's part of an old clock of some sort. So that's good. Big piece of brass. And I'm just right down here from the house. So hopefully we'll get into some stuff here. Another neat thing to note is there's several existent little buildings here. This is an outhouse right here directly behind the house. There's a little barn area here, and right over there on the other side of the fence is another outhouse, and the outhouse itself is gone. It's just a depression in the ground. One of these days I'm going to dig it out, but I found some neat stuff in here. I found a couple stirrups right in here. I found that War of 1812 button up here in the kind of the yard in front of those bushes. And I found some Civil War buttons over on this side. So I'm going to keep poking around with this T2. Nothing's really turning up yet, but the day's still young. It's a neat little log barn there, and then there's another log barn down here. So we're going to do some exploring. And as we get around each of these little places, we'll take a look. So here's a little belt rivet that just came out, a brass belt rivet. It's still got leather on it, so that's kind of neat. I don't know how old it is, but it has some age on it because it's got a green patina to it, so that's good. This is kind of an interesting piece of iron. I'm assuming it's some sort of harness buckle. Or something like that. Okay guys, a couple little items have turned up. This Fanta bottle, kind of neat, embossed. This thing here, it's on a piece of leather. I'm not sure what that is. Probably some kind of piece of a harness or tack. And I found a rain guide, which is also still on a piece of leather there. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway, I'm right behind the house here. I'm going to keep moving along. If somebody was interested in mason jars, those containers over there are just chock full of mason jars. But I'm not interested. I'm looking for some metal. Here's a real quick look at the chimney of this place. It's pretty amazing. They built this back in the 1820s. Pretty neat. I found a couple buttons right in here in the past. I'm poking around. My buddy found a nice Spanish American War hat pin right over there. Some crossed rifles. Oh, and here's the basement to this place. Or I guess this would be a storm cellar or some such thing. There's a lot of water down there right now. Maybe I'll get in there and explore around one day. Well, I'm not exactly sure what this is. It just came out of the ground. It sounded really pretty good. It's some kind of piece of brass. I'm not exactly sure. A little too big to be a plate, I think. This is kind of neat. It's what's left of a three-pronged fork. Not a lot left of it, but still a pretty neat find. Okay, just got a good signal here, and I think it's a Civil War mini ball. Yeah, it looks to be a fired Civil War mini. Well, this was a good signal, and I just saw something that kind of looked round in here. There it is. I don't know what that is. I see some kind of design on here. Looks like some sort of floral design. You can see there's a floral design on that. And on the back there was a place here where it looks like maybe a T-bar. Oh! Just broke it off, but there's the attachment point right there. Broke off. Here's another good looking brass item. You can see it there. It was in with this piece of iron, but I don't know what that is, if it's a rosette or what. Some kind of little round piece of brass. There's some glass in with it too, looks like. Yeah, some kind of embossed black glass. Let's see what this is. Believe it or not, I believe that was a big button of some sort. There's a shank there on the back. It's the craziest looking button I ever saw. Okay, I got another signal here that's ringing up like a mini ball. This soil is tough, but it's kind of mineralized, but it's kind of not, and it's just been tricky. But this is another bullet sounding signal. Yeah, there it is in my hand somewhere. Well, thought I had it. It's gone. Okay. Must be over here. There it is. Alright, looks like another bullet from the Civil War. Let's see what kind of bullet this one is. Kind of, well, I don't know. I think it's a Gallagher. I don't know, I could be wrong on that. I'm gonna have to look at that one a little closer when I get home. Here's some other kind of big decorative item. I actually thought that was a plate at first, but it may be a belt buckle of some sort, but I'm not sure. It looks like there's maybe a floral pattern in the center of it. If so, it's some kind of decorative item, maybe a piece of jewelry or a brooch or a sash buckle. I'm gonna have to clean it up when I get home a little more with a toothbrush and see what I see. So this was a really odd signal, and I almost didn't dig it up. It may even have some wire in there, but I think I just dug up a sword. I am pretty sure that that is what is left of a Civil War sword. You can see the handle went right here, and that's the blade. In fact, I know that's what that is. That is a Civil War sword. That is pretty awesome. That makes my day. The handguard might be in here somewhere, so I'm going to slow down in this area and see what else turns up. But that is pretty cool. I'd say it was originally about that long. So I'm gonna keep looking in here. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna stick this somewhere where I'm not gonna lose it and keep at it. The sun is getting out of here again. So awesome though. Civil War sword, a couple Civil War bullets. Let's see what else we can get out of here before the sun goes out. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but there is writing on it. And I'm not going to take the time to clean it up right now. I'm going to wait till I get home, but looks like there's writing around the edge and in the center. It's right next to where that sword was. So anyway, I'm going to keep at it though while the sun's still here. Maybe we'll pull a couple more relics out. Let's see how it goes. Well, I'm not positive, but I think that is part of a butt plate. I've actually found a couple iron butt plates in here before, and I think that is what that is right there. So digging a lot of iron signals since that sword blade came out. So back at it. I thought this was a large flat button at first, but now I'm not too sure. It's got a little hole in it and no shank. I don't know what this might be. Maybe part of a pocket watch or some sort of dog's tag for somebody's dog. I don't know. Not really seeing anything on it. Any kind of markings. Don't know. Still at it though. Somebody's stunt flying over there. I can hear them just revving their plane and then letting it die. I wish I could see them, but I can't. Oh well. Having a good time out here hunting, that's for sure. There's some old pieces of horse bit, and as you can see, the sun is escaping me. So this might be the end of the hunt. It was a good hunt. I found the sword blade here, which I'm pretty happy with for this site, and found a couple of Civil War bullets. So it was a good day. In East Tennessee, you know, you find your relics a couple at a time. You just have to stay at it. Okay guys, I just wanted to do a real quick wrap up on today's hunt. Found quite a few items. This is kind of the broken down version here, but let's kick right in. This is a butt plate from a Civil War rifle. It's an iron butt plate. I've actually found 3 of these in that field. Originally it was about that long, and then it curved down to go under the rifle. And I lined this up with the other ones I have, and it lines up. So that's what that is. Couple brass items. Got this big piece of brass here. I thought this was a plate at first when I first saw it in the hole, but I'm not sure what it is. It's not a plate, I know that much. Found this. There is some writing on this item, both in the center and around the edge, although I was not able to make any of it out. I'm not sure what that is, although I think it's some sort of lid for a tin or something like that. Found this neat floral pin. I think it was a brooch or something like that. You can see the wavy designs on it, and it had a pin bar on the back. I accidentally broke the little knob off, but that was kind of a neat find. Here's a 3-pronged fork that was out there, so that's an old one. You can see where the handle went. It was either bone or wood. Found this little disc. I'm not sure what it is. There's really no writing on it. It's pretty thin, and there's a hole punched in it. So nothing too special there. This interesting kind of floral design button, really big button. One of the weirder buttons I've ever seen, actually. A little 2-hole underwear button. Found this. I think this is some sort of belt plate or sash buckle or pin, something similar to that. But it says, I don't know if I can get this thing to focus in. Well, It says, "Nothing without labor." And I believe that this is a Boys League relic. The Boys League was developed, I think, in 1912, and they were sort of a service-oriented community group. And I believe this was a sash buckle for them, or a belt buckle, or something like that. So that was kind of a neat and unexpected find. You see down here, there's pictures of some boys, and I think this is a beehive, and it talks about the organization always staying busy, something like that. And I found a couple Civil War bullets. This one was fired. I couldn't make out what that was. I think this is a Colt revolving rifle, this bullet here. It's got a solid base, and there are some faint little rings there around it. And this bullet, I believe, is a Selma Arsenal bullet, a Confederate Selma Arsenal. And I found 2 other Selma Arsenals at this site, so I feel pretty confident that's what this is, although it's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but I think that's what that is. It's definitely a Civil War bullet. And then, of course, the Civil War sword blade. This caught me really off guard today. You can see here where the wrist guard would have went. This is where the handle was. And then the blade, of course. The top of the blade is thick, flat. And then the bottom of the blade is sharpened down like a sword would be. So that is a pretty neat find. I'm hoping I'm going to find the wrist guard in there. Going to head back out tomorrow and see what turns up at this site. So I really enjoyed being out there today hunting Civil War relics. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along. If you did, give me a subscribe, give me a like, and I'll be back out there again tomorrow. Hopefully have a video up relatively shortly. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you get out relic hunting real soon. Happy hunting. We'll see you on the next one.